So moving on further, we will study about the hydraulics. Okay, so hydraulics, what do you mean by hydraulics? Hydraulics is the branch of fluid mechanics in which we study the behavior of water in motion or in rest. So earlier, as I have explained about the introduction in fluid mechanics, so fluid is nothing but a common name given to liquid or gases. Liquids means there may be either water, it may be either oil. Okay, any incompressible liquid which is called as a fluid, and the common name given for these gases and liquids are called as fluids. So now the main topic, that is your syllabus topic, that is hydraulics. So hydro means it is water. So the study of behavior of water is called as hydraulics. So the water, it may be in motion or it may be in rest. That study is called as hydraulics. So hope you have understood the definition of hydraulics. So once again, let me briefly explain you the definition. So hydraulics means it is the branch of fluid mechanics in which we are studying the behavior of water in motion or in rest. So hydro means water. So study of behavior of water when the water is in motion or when it is in rest. This study is called as hydraulics. So the next topic is applications to fluid mechanics. So we have studied the definition of hydraulics. So hydro means water, and study of the behavior of water when it is in motion or in rest is called as hydraulics. So now we will study applications of fluid mechanics. So applications means where we are using this fluid mechanics and what are the purposes we are using this fluid mechanics. Okay, so first of all, the application of fluid mechanics or hydraulics is done in the design of irrigation structures. So here irrigation structures means any structures which are constructed to serve the purpose of irrigation, or in other words, to serve the purpose of farming. Okay, irrigation is the other word given for farming. So the any structure which are constructed to serve the purpose of irrigation are known as irrigation structures. So in designing of these irrigation structures such as dams, canals, weirs, etc., we need the study of fluid mechanics. The second one is design of distribution systems such as pipelines, overhead tanks, pumps, and etc. So distribution system includes, so for example, for a township, when you are supplying the water, so what we need a overhead tank to store the water. Next, we need a pump to pump the water to different streets and places, and we need number of pipelines through which the water will be conveyed to different housing homes. Okay, so this design also is a branch of fluid mechanics. So here also we are applying the study of fluid mechanics. The third one is design of fluid control devices such as valves, taps, sluice gates, crest gates, etc. So here after the design of distribution system, so this fluid mechanics is also applicable in design of fluid control devices. Fluid control devices means, for example, if we are putting a pipeline, so to stop the water we require tap. So the taps also, they will be also designed to control the pressure. So if the pressure of the water is more, then we have to go for valves. Or to control the water in the dams, so we require certain types of gates. Those gates are called as sluice gates and crest gates. So these are the gates which will be provided in the dams. So when we open the gates, what will happen? The water from the dam will be released on the downstream side. So here also the application of fluid mechanics is necessary. The fourth one is designing of airplane. So here also the application of fluid mechanics is necessary. So here why we required this application of fluid mechanics means, fluid means it is a common name given to liquid and gases. So here aeroplane, that is nothing but it will be flying in the air. So here also certain designing will be included with the study of fluid mechanics. A fifth one is utilizing of wind power for moving sailboats. So you might have seen small boats, they will be sailing in the water, but they will be utilizing the wind power. But utilizing the wind power, they will be sailing in the river or in the sea. So here also the application of fluid mechanics is necessary. And the sixth one is measuring flow of fluids in different pipes having different sizes. So you might have seen, so the main pipeline will be having a larger diameter, then the secondary pipeline will be of smaller diameter, the tertiary will be of again smaller diameter, and the diameter of the pipeline in our home will be of again smaller size. So the here also we are using we are applying fluid mechanics to study the to study or to measure the pressure in the pipes of different sizes. Okay. And the seventh one is measurement of pressure. Measurement of pressure means, you might have seen when you purchase pipes for water pipeline, so there will be certain designation on written on the pipeline. So that designation is nothing but the amount of pressure the pipeline can withstand. So if the pressure of the water in that pipeline increases, the pipeline will burst. So here also, to study this pressure of water, the fluid mechanics is required. And the last one is determining and designing of discharges. So determining and designing of discharges. Discharges is nothing but water. When we are letting out water from one end to another end, so that is called as discharge. We are leaving the water from one tank to another tank. It is nothing but discharge. So when we are discharging the water from one side, so with what amount of pressure the water will be flowing in the pipeline, with what amount, with what velocity, what will be the acceleration. So to determine all these aspects, the application of fluid mechanics is necessary. So hope you have understood the topic, that is applications of fluid mechanics. So for this, the question will be asked as list the application of fluid mechanics for 5 marks. Sometimes this will be asked. So this is also an important question. You mark it as an important question. The next topic is principles of fluid mechanics. So here also in this principles of fluid mechanics, explanation is not necessary. So you have to only go through the points. So on what principle the fluid mechanics depends? So fluid mechanics depends on, the first principle is principle of conservation of mass flow. So principle of conservation of mass flow. On this principle, the fluid mechanics is dependent. The second principle is principle of conservation of energy. And the third one is principle of conservation of momentum. So on these three principles, the entire fluid mechanics is dependent. So conservation means to preserve. Okay. To preserve the mass flow, to preserve the energy which is caused by the flow of water, and the momentum which is generated by the flow of water. So on these three principles, the fluid mechanics is dependent. So hope you have understood the introduction part, and in the next part we will study about the next topic, that is measurements of fluids. So I request all the students to go through the video and understand the concept. If you have not understand, please message me so that I can re-explain you in the next video, and also make a separate notes and note down the notes what all I have given till now. Thank you.